when Trump got elected, I saw or in the build up to Trump getting elected, I saw the entire face of my social media change into and become politicized, and everybody became politicized. And I was embedded in very, I guess, liberal kind of social climbs on the internet, and I watched my ability to actually have a critique of Hillary Clinton just get smashed. And like, you can't even, as soon as you start to criticize her, I watch, well, you're a sexist white man, and that accusation would just be whipped out. I'm like, this was novel for me. It's totally standard now, but I'm like, something's changed here. We've lost our ability to communicate and to be connected. Now we're connected rather than to individuals, or at least just photos of individuals and the simulation of the life of another person through their Instagram, through their, witty little aphorisms or whatever that happened to them that day, those boring posts. Everything became political. Everything became charged. And the community, the fabric of community that was being replicated in Facebook, I don't know about Twitter, but at that time in Facebook, it just got corrupted, and it became something about everything was a fight. And now, I'm in a different realm now. I'm not just a user, I'm a content creator. So I have a different relationship to social media. And because I'm willfully crafting an identity here, I'm crafting something that people can pay attention to and that people can trust. Even if I get snarky and tricky sometimes, like I want to create somebody who has a certain personality and a certain, not gravitas, but a relationship to the audience that's stable and that they know me. But as somebody who's unknown on the internet, there's a different playing field. There's a different dynamic. However, that all said, thank you for letting me ramble. But
That's okay.
to what extent has social media allowed us to become addicted to the stimulation of a variety of different feelings? Like outrage is probably, the standard one, but there's all these other emotions that we are feeling, but they're all simulated emotions. And our brain is really good at tricking us into perceiving something that's actually not immediately real to us, and then imagining that we're there, like Charlottesville or the Capitol attack, both of which are made much more important than those riots that caused $2 billion worth of damage last year. Those things you're not supposed to even put those two things on a scale. But I'm more attenuated to watching Black Lives Matter, not the organization or the meaning of that movement, the actual meaning, but the movement that happened in the name of Black Lives Matter. I watched that happen on a very small scale and go terribly, terribly wrong. So while that was happening last year, I had to control my emotions, my anxiety, even though it wasn't happening directly to me. All those riots and all of those really weird religious ceremonies that people performed were of the washing of the feet and the bowing down to people based on their race and stuff like that. That really that had a very immediate impact on me, and I had to sort out like, well, is this actually happening to me, or am I uploading my care and my personality into something? I just had to maintain awareness of my groundedness and my rootedness. And social media causes us to kind of upload all of our feelings and our sensitivities and our empathy into a realm that's much more fast, much more unstable. And so to what degree are we doing it to ourselves? Are we overstimulating ourselves? And are we on this treadmill of, when there's a quiet day on Twitter, do we not feel a little empty inside? Are we not seeking out that next thing to argue about and post and share? So